All right, and welcome back to another edition of Nighttime. Join us tonight, Jono.
Good to be back.
Good to have you back. And the beautiful crazy lady.
Hi.
What a week in football for Knights fans.
Before we start off, we'd just like to send our condolences out to the Paul Green family. Just what a tragic thing happened.
Yeah, very. Yeah, didn't see that coming.
No, just shows like you don't know what.
That's
like,
right.
Going behind closed doors, or even behind someone you know personally. So,
But that, like we say here too, it's stand up and speak out, and don't be afraid to ask for help. It's a sign of strength, not a weakness. So, unfortunately, he's another one that didn't speak out and get help, and the dreadful black dog took him.
yeah.
So, I mean, he had everything to live for too. Like, he was just, he's going to be assistant coach of Dolphins again, and beautiful family, beautiful house. And, yeah, it just shows that it doesn't discriminate, does it?
So young too, 49.
Yeah.
So, in saying that too, while we're on that subject, I have been in contact with the NRL again. And actually, we are expecting a phone call this week from the NRL bosses where they're finally taking our ideas seriously. So hopefully, something good can come out of this bad situation with the Paul Green. I said a couple of things about a couple of different scenarios we should be doing, and even a foundation. Maybe I said about the call it the Paul Green Foundation, where there's a program out there for the NRL players, coaching staff, and stuff to reach out for help, and maybe it could save 1, 2, 3 lives. Well, it's all worth it, isn't it? So we'll keep you posted as we hear a bit more. But and we did a design as a little prototype of a jersey, so they could be auctioned off as well. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it's very sad to start off the week, wasn't it?
Very sad.
So there's been way too many deaths of late. Olivia Newton-John.
Oh yeah.
That actor lady, I think they turned off her life support. And
Anne Heche.
I think they end up turning hers off as well.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, Paul Green, as I was saying. And I must say, too, we did a little special on young Zane Slonka last week at the start of the show, but we didn't want to say too much because it's still pretty raw for the family. But condolences to the Slonka family. Lost Paul Zane to brain cancer. So
And he was a Panthers supporter, bless his soul.
yeah. Excuse me. Had a Brian Tootle and that, got in contact with him and that before. Just going back last year and that, so Paul Bugger. So yeah, that's sad. And just so much bad. And then you get all this stuff going through with the Knights. Something's got to change. Something's got to change. There's something good around the corner for all of us Novocastrians. So
Yeah.
it might start this week with a mining round, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, let's get into it, eh?
Yes.
With crew review. Yeah, well, what a performance that was.
At least they got points.
I was going to say, this is the first week that every crew member's disappointed because we all lost.
I think
I think we've been disappointed all year, haven't we?
No, it was about 2 weeks ago we were too. You weren't here. Even the Broncos lost because we were talking to Scotty Fletcher on the phone and I said we're all losers again.
Yeah, don't remind me. That's just
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to sing.
Unfortunately, I've got to sing on the show tonight.
Oh, no. Oh, you got the notes ready?
I said to him today, it's like murder.
Can you beatbox?
No.
I looked at the lyrics and I just want to change them.
Why didn't you?
I was sick.
Just throw in the word Broncos here and there and you'll be right.
I was singing it and I'm just like, I feel sick. Anyway,
That's
that's
what
a bed.
happens.
I've got to do it.
Yeah.
But
You've got too much faith in your team.
I thought Milford would play.
Well, like last time the Knights did play the Broncos, I know it was down in Newcastle. It was a fairly close game, and then the Knights sort of fell off the band, or the wheels started falling off, and it was all over.
Well, this week we were only at 2 wheels on our car. There was nothing from the start. Our backs our backs, especially our outside backs and our halves, played absolutely atrocious, to be honest.
There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that, we'll get into, obviously, but something's not right.
No. And I've been asked, and I haven't gone down this avenue because I didn't want to. But the amount of inboxes and messages I got today, and even people from that we know on the Rebel scene that aren't even Knight supporters asking questions. What I thought, so I've got to answer it. They're asking, does it start with the coach? Does the coach have to go? And unfortunately, I think maybe he has to. I was just thinking, I don't know.
I think, like one scenario, I'm not going to name names, that's not on the coach, but like...
No, that's right.
For like the boys missing the bus, I think that's more of a coach deal breaker.
Yeah, Sid Foggs.
Sid Foggs, yeah.
But
my question is, do you still bring in the Walker brothers, like young coaches, or do you need to bring in someone like Madge?
No, Walker brothers, because you look at our attack this year. It's been pretty ordinary, really, hasn't it?
Should have signed Cameron Serraldo.
No, I'm still.
No, but like,
Cameron Ciardo, great, would be great, but I don't think. Honestly, I think the if we're to get a new coach, it's the Walker brothers.
Well, my question to that is, do you need to bring an experienced NRL head coach in that's like knows the system? You don't want to bring in like rookies to coach a team.
I look at it this way: we can't go any worse.
Oh, that's true.
So, and they've said, give us 12 months. If we don't perform, tear up our contract. So they're pretty confident. And you see the way they coach the Jets, attacking football, where a lot of your coaches in the NRL now, they're big on defence. Where I just think we're too plain Jane, up the middle for 5 and kick on the 5th. The Walker brothers will kick on the 3rd. You know, they'll have a play where you got Dom Young and, maybe, I know he's not there next year, but Edric Lee. And, they'll do a sheep noise or something. And those pair know that Milford's about to kick. So, because the fullback's up in the line. So, by the time that fullback turns and chases, Dom Young's through and scores. So, will bring back exciting football as well. So, that also puts bums on seats, which is money, and that's what it's
this
all about.
year you haven't really had that. The Stames have been pretty good, except for the last couple of weeks. Like you've been getting good home crowds. I don't think that's a problem, but maybe some.
We'll always get bums on seats, but if we go better, we'll get more. I mean, that's just Newcastle. From as long as I can remember, we've always packed out that stadium. Even those 3 or 4 years we went through the spoon, we still all turned up. And, I still remember when we were playing Penrith for the Battle of the Spoon. It was one of the best games we've ever been to because we made it fun and it was,
As in you and the crazy lady.
Yeah, it was, but it was good, what I mean?
Portia was about 1. She'd only just started walking and we bought, Best and Less had team supported pyjamas. So we bought a pair of Penrith pyjamas and a pair of Knights pyjamas and we had the wooden spoon ready to go. So whatever team lost, she had to put those pyjamas on and carry the wooden spoon around.
God,
There's actually a photo. It's a cute photo.
It's going around, done the rounds, and yeah, she won Yui, was it Yui?
Yeah, Yui. That's where we got our first membership. They gave us a free Knights membership and we're like, yeah, this is awesome. This was,
Years ago now.
7 years ago or something.
So, yeah, I mean, we're never not going to have a full stadium. We'll get, even rain. We still got 6,000-7,000 people on a monsoon. But I just think, Phil Gardner and that, it's all a business to them, that's understandable because that's what the game's turned to. It's a business. If they want to, fill that stadium and sell merchandise and that, we need to change. To be honest, I reckon that the boot needs to go through the whole club. Not saying heaps need to go, but there's certain individuals in certain positions that either need a kick in the butt or thanks, your services aren't needed. And
Performance-based contracts.
well, that another thing too. Like there was a lot of argument about David Clemmer on 800,000. Yeah. I'll tell you what, this year he's earned his money.
Oh, no question.
And they go, but he's not an Origin forward anymore. Well, his stats and his performances say otherwise.
Well, yeah, well, how else are you supposed to form to get an Origin squad then? Like, Clemmer's been out of his skin playing every week. And it's been close to nearly 60 to 70 minutes every week.
It's probably hard for him to stand out when the team around him isn't,
Performing.
yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
not all of them, but some of them.
I'm not saying, like, I still won't say, yeah, he has to go O'Brien, but it's looking close that there's a possibility.
I think these last couple rounds will really show us if he really wants to keep his job or he's just sort of...
Well, I feel like he's just, dropping players if they misbehave, like missing the bus. I feel like because he's thinking it's the end of the season, we're not going to make the 8. It doesn't really matter that much, so let's just drop him and teach him a lesson.
But there's one thing he's missing. You've got fans that are turning up. You need to
Yeah.
put on a performance for these fans that went through everything this year, went through absolute, to be honest, at times, absolute shit, but still turn up. That's what they're paying for the rest of that year. They're not paying for that money that's going in their bank account. They're paying for them loyal fan.
That's right. Like, we pay probably about $1,700 a year for 5 seats. We want to see the Knights play, not go out there and just kick a ball around.
And we'll get into this a bit later on team list, but one thing I'm a bit annoyed with, like, is it because he's not there next year, which is not, I know he wanted to stay, but because the club's not wanting him, like, what did you think of Jesse Sue's performance last week?
Oh, I thought it was a good performance. He actually made, not to spoil anything, my night of the round.
Sorry, but zip it.
I didn't
So-
say anything.
So why is he now dropped out of the team?
Oh, the Cleminator's back, isn't he?
That's right. But there was others that had a worse performance that should have been having their butt kicked and thrown back to reserve grade or back to extended bench. Like I said today, what do you have to do to get in the 17?
But is it because he had a head knock they want to be precautious?
Did you see him? You think that head knock bothered him? Like the dude
Yeah,
from...
but it doesn't matter if it bothered
No,
him.
he didn't have to go for HIA or nothing, so... Anyway,
Anyway, but...
Steam will start coming out of your ears.
Oh,
Stop talking.
stop it. 3801. Who said Steamfest wasn't on this year? And anyway. Yeah, but I just think, Alpha, I honestly at the point too where I think like Milford should probably have a week, not worry about him so much this year. Let him go play a cup. Bring up Jake Clifford. Jake Clifford's come out, well, it's rumoured that he's not happy because of the game time he's not. He's
Yeah,
getting.
but didn't he just break his wrist? So he's done
Well,
for the
that's
year.
right. Yeah, he is too. But you know what I mean? Like, there's others there that
Well,
we could
even I
probably...
think bring Texoy into the starting lineup because I reckon he's been really good,
Yeah.
like coming off the
He
bench.
has.
The last couple of games.
And unfortunately, he's off to Hull next year. So my thought was, do we bring Phoenix on? And leave Phoenix in the halves? Phoenix and Clune. I know Milford's a good player, but we've got to look at our future.
Well, I think, sorry, meant Phoenix. Like, he should be in that starting lineup. I reckon he's been really good coming off as the 14 and
Why not?
give him a crack in the an 80-minute game and see what happens.
Well, my point is that if you're going to get dropped for playing bad and poorly, that's fine. But what's Milford getting named again this week for? Because it's like he had money. I know this is just I'm not saying he did, but it's like he had money on the Broncos to win. That's how bad he played.
Oh, I reckon it could have had something to do with the crowd too playing up in Brisbane. The club he got clicked out.
Yeah, but
of.
you've got to be more professional than that. You know what I mean? When you get paid that big money, because that was a terrible decision.
Oh, that if there was a Bronco of the round, he would have made my top 3.
But anyway, if not, I'll have the boots. I'll have a run. It'll be the best 5 minutes
Well,
I've ever done. But
Well, I think we need to get you in the box set and coaching.
hey, I'll take the reins for the next 2 weeks. You know, Clemmer will be captain.
Yeah, well,
And his front row partner will be Jesse Sue.
who's going to be captain now?
Well, that's right.
Brayley?
Well, it will be Brayley.
I think it will be Rayleigh, yeah.
But I also think that this is going back to where Clemmer deserves it. It should be co-captain. Clem should be brought in. Whether Clem is used for on-field or only when Brayley's not there and does all the media conferences and runs the team out. You know, there's like a club captain and a media or off-field and on-field captain. reward the bloke for what he's done. Like, you know, this garbage with Hayden Knowles, it was blown up out of nothing. And it should not. I'm sorry, but whoever that person was from West that reported it, go back to your poker machines and run West. Don't run. You've got nothing to do with the football team. You shouldn't have anything to do with it. That should be run. That should have stayed in house between O'Brien, Hayden Knowles, and Clemmer. If that couldn't be sorted out, then they get Phil Gardner in. But 9 times out of 10, okay, you know yourself. If you have an argument with your mate or whatever, you shake hands, have a beer, everything's sweet.
Yeah, you move on quickly.
That's right. All this would have been avoided. So I just think there's too many Chiefs, not enough Indians at this place at the moment. Anyway, like we said, Steamfest is on. So
Just bring on the Raiders.
yeah, well,
We'll get to see Ricky Stewart. Yes.
yeah, I might have to give him some stick.
Well, he won't chuck a tanny because I reckon the Raiders will win. Sorry.
I wonder if I can get like a little puppy dog on a lead, just to pretend one, and just walk it past him.
You will be calling out that in term of endearment that he used for salmon. I just know it. I'll be hiding under my chair.
I'll give him something. But there's giving it to him, and there's ridiculous. So, you know, we just give it to him.
Oh, you have a little bit of fun. You don't
Yeah.
take
Sit
anything.
there
You
going,
don't take
"Oof,
anything.
oof."
I'll just yell at who let the dogs out or something, you know what I mean? But I'll ask Ricky where his pound puppy is. But yeah, no, it's good. Let's, you know, this year it's been a bit of a not what we want, but let's enjoy the last 3 rounds. Let's have a bit of fun.
Hopefully the Tigers will get the spoon.
Well, it's not out of our way yet, really.
No, well, I was watching something and had all the teams like best possibility and worst and out. Not there's a few people in chase for the spoon.
If we get
Yeah.
if we on the last week are in line for the spoon, I'll put the challenge out, Johnny. You've got to wear a massive spoon to the game, massive wooden spoon.
I'll take that challenge.
You can't get a massive wooden spoon. You can get those silver ones.
No,
from
we can make
Swallow.
them. We can
The
make a
costume.
wooden spoon. He'll be like Jesus on the cross, but on a wooden spoon.
I don't know if they'll allow that in the ground. What are you talking about on the show?
No, on the ground.
Don't
You wear one with my arm sticking out. What's
It'll
wrong
be
with
around the
that?
grounds with Jono.
It'll be a walking weapon.
Anyway, we might take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, and welcome back. And it's that time of night again. It's time for Around the Grounds on Across the Zooch. How you going, Scotty? You there?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, mate, could be better, but yeah, we're surviving.
We're all losers here.
Yeah, I'm not. My team won.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky
On
you.
that note, see ya.
Yeah. Yeah, we went all right. But anyway, the first game, mate, Thursday night, the Panthers and Storm.
Yeah, so I think the Storm won that game with their defence.
Yeah, 100%.
I tipped the Panthers to win, and I wanted to change it before the game when I heard Edwards was out,
Oh, yeah.
but I decided not to because that's just basically against my religion, I guess. I stick whoever I tip, I got to stick with it, you know. So
But for me, like, they did win it on defence. Their defence was spot on, 100%.
yeah,
But Penrith didn't throw much at them in attack, I don't think.
yeah.
So, I mean, any team that's got their spine out is going to struggle for a starter.
Our defence was good only to lose by 16, but our attack was woeful.
That's right. But I mean,
Yeah.
any team that's missing a player like Dylan Edwards, Nathan Cleary, Jerome Luai,
Fisher Harris.
James Fisher Harris. Oh,
And then Martin got injured.
yeah, and Tago was out too, wasn't
May.
he? May. There's 5 of your top players out straight away. Well, you're going to struggle. So to lose by 16 points, I think it was a pretty good effort. I mean, credit has to go to the Storm. Their defence was spot on.
Yeah.
But I think it's a totally different game if you even just put in Edwards. You know what I mean?
Like Edwards would have given him a little bit of spark or something, and maybe they wouldn't have the big donut there. But
Well, seriously, like, I know he's an NRL player and I'm not, so he's better than me, but Charlie Staines, he don't offer anything for me. So, I mean, I would have put that young fella at fullback, but
Critter.
Yeah.
But no, it was a totally different game if they had their stars back. I mean, I know they were missing Pappenhausen, but yeah.
It's a Storm. They're loaded at every position.
Well,
So-
we'll meet again in a few weeks' time. So.
That's right. Like this, that's what I keep saying. Look, this is a blessing in disguise because in a couple of weeks' time, you're going to have all these players that are fit and fire and ready to go.
Maybe.
100% you will. So, and I mean, you've only got to win one to be 100% assured the minor premiership.
Yeah, well, I hope the Warriors don't turn up to play when we play them.
Where you playing them at?
Probably over there. I don't know. I'll have to check it.
It'd be tricky.
But you will.
The Warriors have only got the Warriors have only got one game left at Mount Smart, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, you might be
Yeah.
right. When do you play the Warriors? Next week, is it?
No, we've got South this week, and then maybe Warriors next week.
Yeah, so I said next week.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
When I say next week, I mean this week.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be too concerned if I was a Panthers supporter, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, even if you lose that minor premiership, it'll give them that more hunger to try and win that grand final. Then.
Yeah, but to me, I want to win the minor premiership as well because to me, that shows you were the best team the whole year.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean diddly squat if you don't
know.
reign the premiership.
But on a personal, if that was me playing, I would strive for that as well. I mean, obviously they are, but you're right. The big dance is the grand final.
It's the Warriors at Penrith, and then we've got the Cowboys up in Townsville.
I was just going to say that the Panthers play the Warriors in Penrith, so
Yeah, thank God for
Yeah.
that.
All these sides in the top 4 and 8, God, they're sitting there wishing, God, we played the Knights. Wish we played the Knights this week, aren't they? Guaranteed 2 points, but anyway. Yeah, it was a good game. Liam Martin gone for a few weeks now. With
Good game. What game were you watching?
I enjoyed it.
I was cranky.
16 points in the game. They both put up a good fight.
Penrith didn't score that
Can
night.
I ask? So I didn't watch the game. What happened in the second half? Because when I watched the highlights, it showed out of the 4-minute highlight, 3.5 minutes was the first half, and then half a minute was the second half.
No,
They just showed nothing because there's no tries in the second half. So
no, not a lot. It was
What's his name? Who's the guy that kicked out and accidentally got cheese? Got him in the head. What's his name?
okay.
I've had him blank. The guy with the tattoo on the back of his neck.
Spencer Leno.
That's him. Spencer Lenu. He accidentally lashed out with his foot. Surprise, surprise.
Another weak gutted dog.
And hit Cheese, and then Cheese fired up, and I thought there was going to be a punch on, but there wasn't.
Yeah, he got a bit hot, so he become melted cheese then. So then he calmed down.
But yeah, it wasn't a very exciting second half. The first half was good.
Nah.
I was still clinging to hope, but the second half, nah.
But you ask yourself, okay, how many sides would go down 16-0 to the Storm?
Didn't Parramatta lose to the Storm?
No, they beat him the first time, then lost to him.
So what I'm saying is 16-0, you can hold your head up high. There's nothing to be concerned about, to be honest.
It's still disheartening.
Only thing you got to be concerned about is Cameron Cialdo taking all your place over to Canterbury.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that. The Bulldogs want to be the new Penrith.
Anyway, we'll move on. Friday night, the Warriors 42-18 over the Bulldogs. Did anyone tip them?
No.
No. But they are a different team when they play at Mount Smart, eh?
Yeah.
100%. That's why I tipped them.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, thank you.
I had a shocking weekend with tipping.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is one I got wrong.
I did a few wrong, but I took them. I just, like you said, travelling over to Mount Smart, and the Warriors become a different team there.
Yeah.
It's like they have their little, their banana, and they become the Banana Man, and they're just a different team.
It helps when they sell a crowd out as well. Like, I've been to games at Mount Smart, and So majority of the games I've watched, obviously it's the Broncos playing. Broncos win. So, but they don't sell out those games.
I wonder why.
No, but it's good to see like the Warriors. It's good to see like the Warriors actually showing some life, backing Mount Smart, because the people in New Zealand deserve some good rugby league.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. The you don't happen to know the Shuey guy, do you?
Nah. He's a bricklayer like me, though.
Yeah, but that was pretty ordinary, giving him a life ban for drinking out of his own shoe. Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
they've overturned that, though.
Yeah,
Now,
but,
so he's free to play.
but that's only because
Free to go to the game.
It should never have been an issue in the first place.
Yeah.
his shoe.
Shit.
No, but it's like, oh, my kid just saw someone drinking out of their shoe, even though it wasn't their shoe. You put a cup in it. But, like, who is he hurting?
If they want to drink out of their own shoe, go for it. You know what I mean? But like, it's not hurting anyone. And honestly, I think they would have kept it if it wasn't for Andrew Johns and Channel 9 getting involved saying, look, come on. I think they would have let it stay. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
I heard an interview the other day with him, and he was saying that he was talking to the security guy before he did it, and he pointed out that I've paid my own money to buy this beer. I can drink it however I want.
That's right.
Like, the security guard knew exactly what he was doing because he's known to do that. And yeah, the security guard was like, if you drink that through your shoe, you're gone.
Why?
And he said,
it
yeah.
shouldn't have been an issue in the first place.
Well, my question is he offending anyone?
No.
Is it?
No.
Is he hurting anyone?
Nope.
Like,
Is that to say when you walk through the Warriors gate, conditions of entry, no shoeies?
But you look at it and you go, oh, that's gross. But you don't go, oh, my God, I'm deeply offended.
like, would it be different if he put a can of Coke or a bottle of Coke in and start drinking out of it there? Would
You
it
know
be the
what?
same issue?
I'm gonna do a shoey on the weekend.
Your shoes are like boats.
Yeah, well, we'll be like a
You've been
keg.
drinking for a while.
I'll drink a keg. I was just thinking maybe we might be able to get an endorsement off Nike.
Well, I did see he
So
had some...
he's said that every time he gets on TV at their game, I think it's against the Titans in the last round. Every time he gets on TV, he's going to do a shoey and donate. I think it's like $100 to some charity.
Oh, good on him.
So
do you know the
like-
bloke at all?
no.
That's not all good.
There's 5 million New Zealanders. I don't know everyone.
I don't want you to know everyone, just this bloke. Oh, anyway.
Should get him into Rebels.
Yeah.
I was going to get him on the show and have a bit of a chat with him. It would be interesting.
Yeah. He. What do you think? He looks like old Sharon Woods.
Oh, yeah, I saw that picture today.
Yeah, well, Sharon's come out and said that when he goes over there,
I shout him a meal.
he's going to shout him a meal and a beer. Yeah, good on him.
Just
Oh,
needed to
okay.
go. Yeah.
I bet he's not paying for it, but it'll be Triple M or whatever. But anyway, we'll move on, mate. The next one was pretty boring. River Worms versus the Rabbits. It was the Latrell Mitchell show again, really.
Yeah, he's a freak, isn't he?
Unfortunately,
He can't convert real well.
no.
He's turned the South season around, since coming back from injury.
I mean, if he wasn't such grubby tactics at times, I wouldn't mind the bloke. But it's just the grubby tactics that just.
Well, did he cost the Rabbitohs a premiership last year?
No,
Do you reckon he would have been, if he was in that grand final,
Possibly.
do you reckon South sort of won that easy?
Well, it was only a 2-point difference. Cody Walker did the boo-boo, but yeah, if Latrell was there,
Could have.
yeah.
It's hard to say, but yeah, it's a quite possibility. It could have changed the game. Well, then again, he could have thrown the intercept pass. But
Exactly. So, but
I tipped the Rabbitohs.
Same.
Thank God. Got one right.
I'm not impressed with the way the River Worms are going at the moment. And
well,
like I said,
Parramatta's parents have gone, oh, we played the worst game this weekend, and then Parramatta's gone, hold my beer.
Yeah, that's right.
like I was saying last week, I think a lot of it's got to do with Mitchell Moses.
They're trying to get him back this week. Was he named this week, Gary?
They're naming him, but they didn't say he'd be playing or not.
Bit iffy.
Would you risk him yet? To be honest,
I would only bring him back if it's do or die,
Yeah.
and if they lose another game, they're out of the top 8.
because if he gets injured again and he's out for 6 or 8 weeks and they get to the finals,
Well, they might miss the finals.
they can't win with Brad Arthurson.
No,
I'm not saying he's a bad player, but it's not his time at the
they
moment.
need
Who do the Eels play this week?
The Eels play that team from Sydney.
There's a couple of them.
The Bulldogs. I was close.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's not going to be an easy game. I know the Warriors didn't put up. They didn't put much up a fight against the Warriors, but the Bulldogs are no slouch. They'll come to play this week.
Yeah, especially after the Warriors game.
Anyway, on to the next one. The Roosters and the Cowboys.
You forgot the S.
Roosters and the Cowboys. Cowboys. They'll bounce back. They played pretty shocking, I thought.
Well, look, I was surprised in this score, to be honest. I thought it would have been a lot closer.
I thought I tipped Cowboys.
They were disappointing, eh?
Yeah.
The Cowboys were disappointing. Second on the table, they're up against an informed Roosters team. And they're playing like after their former coach had passed away, so you'd
That's
expect
right.
better from them, you know?
Yeah, I was expecting more, but yeah, I'm still not convinced with the Roosters too. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
They've got a hard run home. They've got to win this weekend against Tigers, I think. But then their last 2 games, one's Rabbitohs. I can't remember the other one, but yeah, they'll deserve the top 8 if they get there.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, look, I'm not surprised. Like, they had a game to lose, but I was just surprised how poorly they played.
Yeah, I'm not convinced at all. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
was at my mate's watching that game, and my 9-year-old daughter thought I looked like the ref.
Like who?
The ref.
I think it was Ashley Klein.
Ain't you a bit taller though?
I was going to say Mr. Magoo, but not actually blind.
Oh,
Anyway,
We had a good giggle about that.
West Tigers and the Sharks. That was pretty easy. This one, well, we've seen that one coming.
Well, the Sharks fell asleep in the second half, didn't they?
yeah. At one stage, it was like, oh, here we go. They're going to come back.
But yeah.
What happened with Wilton? He got like 10 in the bin for like a late tackle, but it was like I thought it was real odd. Like it was like he wasn't trying to tackle him, and he still got done. Did you guys see it?
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yeah, I turned this game off
okay.
at like half time because I saw the Sharks winning, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
And I think it happened like sort of the last sort of quarter. So the game was already wrapped up. But yeah, I thought it was real odd. Like he went, like the guy didn't have the ball, and he tried to get out of the tackle, and he still got penalised for it and 10 in the bin. So
yeah,
I
pretty
thought
ordinary.
that was odd. Yeah.
The next one's pretty ordinary too.
Ah.
The Broncos 28 over Newcastle 10. But yeah, not much we'll say
Well,
about
I
that.
reckon we should just give the premiership to the Broncos now
Oh,
because we're back, baby.
I don't know about that, but I believe someone lost a bet on this panel.
Whose side are you on?
Well, your pink hair didn't turn out that well, so come on, you always said you're on your bet, so here we go.
You got to stop making bets.
Well, who would thought that we'll play that shit? To be honest,
Jeez,
Me?
you.
I thought we'd play heaps better than that.
Oh, I admit, I thought it would be a bit closer, but ugh.
Well, our forwards owned up 100%. They play rather well, but our backs played like a,
Well, your forwards aren't here to sing, are they?
Jesus. Looks like I'll just shut up and sing.
Get ready.
Anyway, well,
Here we go.
we're the Broncos, the mighty Broncos. We keep fighting every second till the end. We're the Broncos, the greatest team on earth. We're all heart of Queensland. We never stop. We never rest. On and on, we carry on with shit. We are the worst in the league. We risk it all, miles above. We standing tall. We're the finest, greatest club of all. We're the Broncos, the mighty Broncos. We keep fighting every second till the end. We breathe in our we breathe in our soul. It's not all they breathe in. The best game of all. We're the Broncos, the best of Queensland.
That was,
Yay.
that was a long song.
I can see Collie marry you for your singing voice.
I just got this feeling I was on a float going down Oxford Street singing that. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, at least I honoured it.
You should have been doing
Well
that,
done, thank you.
Gosling while you're doing it.
I reckon that would have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, how hard it was
So-
to sing that. I was nearly sick.
Dean.
Yeah, hello.
Dean,
Hello.
you realise the women's season starts this weekend, and the Knights play the Broncos.
You want a double or nothing?
Oh,
Well, should we do another one?
Yeah,
You
right, eh?
haven't seen the women
Okay.
play yet.
Zip it for a minute. I'll tell you
You
off
just
air.
think. Okay.
Yeah, double or nothing. So you got to sing it, and you got to have my profile picture for
Yeah.
a week.
Okay.
Done deal.
all right. What happens if the Broncos win?
Reverse.
I thought
Yeah.
we could bring back the Phantom costume.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you?
We're going to. Is it Sparty's? Is that the one down near
You
the
could be
Knights game?
singing this song 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. This is how confident I am.
Put more effort into it though.
Yeah, well, I did a great job. I'll wear the Phantom costume on set next week for the whole show. If you get it, if they lose. Because we're not losing.
All right.
All right.
You got your hopes on a couple of female players. Do
I'll
you know
bet.
who's playing for the Broncos?
No one. We bought them all.
Yeah, I was going to say you bought their best player, Millie Boyle.
I hope. the
No, that other
Broncos-
lady.
I hope the Broncos win.
What's that other one? Is it Tamika Upson? Is that her? Who's the other one we bought off you?
Yeah, we're getting the thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
We
I
bought
don't
their
know.
best two players. They got nobody.
How do you know that? Though? I'm sure them
We're
girls.
the new
that go-
Roosters.
I'm sure the girls that go out there to play don't go, "Oh, we're nobodies."
No, but I'm saying we are the new Roosters. We've bought all these good players.
It doesn't mean anything. You can have. Look at the Bulldogs. They've bought heaps of good players, and they
But
still
we're not
can't
talking
play.
about the Bulldogs. We're
But
talking
I'm
about.
just saying, it doesn't matter who plays for your team if they don't gel. So I want to see you in a purple suit.
I want to see him sing our song and have a profile pic bet of my choice.
Well, there you have it.
Nah, it's all shits and gigs, but I'm pretty
You'll be
confident.
hating life if you have to wear it. That
Oh.
purple suit.
It's already gone viral, so
You were 15 though.
yeah. Well, anyway, I just might have to get a bigger suit. Anyway, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that. The next one, Canberra Raiders versus the Drag Queens, 24-22. Raiders. I hope they. I didn't see this one. I only seen bits of it, but yeah, I reckon
Wasn't
we're.
there a controversy right at the end or something?
Yeah, so player was on the Dragons for a while and got off, and the ref called full time, and
Ah, yeah.
all the Dragons were like crying. Should have been a penalty.
Yeah, it should have been. Rightly so, but like,
Well, that's what happened.
and there's
to,
a shot at goal.
Oh, it's like what happened to the Blues in State of Origin. The, like last final 60
Oh,
seconds.
yeah.
the-
So Lomax, he would have shot it over, slotted it over from there. So it's a draw, extra time. So yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
dirty. Imagine if that was Ricky Stewart.
oh,
He'd be
Yeah.
saying everyone's a weak-gutted dog. But anyway, so with that performance, only beating the Dragons by 2, I reckon we can give them a good chance at McDonald Jones this weekend.
I reckon there's a good chance.
Anyone else want to bet? What were they? Any Canberra fans out there? Anyway.
I do know a Canberra fan.
Yeah,
So-
anyway.
So the Raiders season's still alive, eh? Like
Yeah, I think that's Slim Hope, aren't they?
Slim hope.
Raiders have the remaining games of teams below them on the table.
Yes,
and
but
the Roosters games are all teams above them on the table.
But
So
I think it's got to the Roosters got to lose a couple, and then the Rays have got to win all those.
Yeah.
And it goes on points differential.
But
So
if I'm in the top 8, I want to play teams in the top 8. I don't want to play the teams in the bottom 4. Because they will, honestly, and it showed last week with 2 teams, they'll pull your pants down if you're not, up to the game.
yeah, that's true.
So, anyway, the Titans, 44, that's right, 44 over the Ben Chickens 24. How good was
how good
that?
was that?
Are you Noodles?
Yep.
Yeah, you tipped the Titans because I thought I'll check. There was a lot of people tipping Manly, and I was one of them
Why do they call you Noodles?
because he looks like a noodle.
That's been my nickname for years.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
I can actually say I was one of those people that tipped the Titans as well.
Oh, were ya?
I did, and then
I
I
wish I
changed
did.
it, and I went, oh, surely Manly can't play that bad. They got their season on the line. Yeah, how wrong was I?
You know, after they lost, your words from last week played on my mind. Why would you tip Manly?
But you know what? I reckon it's good that Manly aren't in it because there's a lot of people that will cry, and I like it. I've got a few Manly supporters that will
So I
cry.
reckon Titans have avoided the wooden spoon, eh?
Yeah.
Eddie, you reckon it's a 2-horse race?
Well, and after that game, Manly should be given it.
Nah.
That's what I reckon.
I reckon.
So who's going to get it, Tigers or the Knights?
Warriors.
Tigers.
Tigers.
Oh,
Yeah, probably the Tigers.
yeah, we'll go with that. Anyway, mate, thanks for coming on and for around the grounds and across the ditch again. And, yeah, get yourself practiced and ready and clear that voice for next week.
Well, I actually think that you should at least try a bit better for next week.
Yeah, spark up a bit.
I had a bit of pressure, you know.
You've had some practice now.
I won't need it for next week.
So I was going to say I'll give you a 5 out of 10 for today's effort. This week I want at least 7 out of 10.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
can you say 6 out of 10?
Okay, 6 out of 10.
I think we need to get that Bantam costume on Express Post now.
Well, I'm hoping Sparties will have something.
No, you just got. No, I'm not telling you. No, I'm not putting myself in it. Anyway, we'll take a. Thanks, Scotty, and we'll catch you next week, mate. And we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, and welcome back. And we've got a special guest on the line. Remember we gave away the mower last week,
Yeah.
and we got Leslie on the line. How you going, Les?
Good, mate. How are you going?
Mate, well, not too good after the weekend, but, you know, soldier on.
Understandable.
Yeah, the week's been a little bit turmoil for us Knights, but, yeah,
Definitely.
we'll soldier on, mate. Yeah, so you were the lucky winner of the mower thanks to Maitland Power and Marine last week.
Yes, mate. Want to thank them very much, and you guys too. But as I was saying, I've already got a new mower, so maybe we can raffle it off, or what's that name? For Team Grace and like the kids with cancer and Camp Quality.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm sure we can come up with some kind of raffle and, yeah, put it to a good cause like that.
It's very generous of you.
Thank you.
But
But,
we'll throw some merchandise your way instead. Some Knights merchandise. I know how big of a Knights fan you are.
Yes, mate. Oh, yeah, they are my second team, unfortunately, but I am a Dragon supporter. Don't hold that against me.
No, we've got another bloke on the panel too, Corey. He's an unfortunate Dragon supporter too.
Good on you, mate.
So no, mate, that's yeah, those.
I reckon,
Sorry, mate.
if we can auction it off or something, get maybe the listeners up Newcastle, because like little Grace is a Newcastle girl, and the whole family's mad Knight supporters. So maybe some of the guys up there can maybe ring him with an offer or something.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll put it up there and see what we can get, and yeah, we'll all go to the young kids there, on Grace's walk.
And Dale,
Yeah.
Dale, the owner of Maitland Power and Marine, he generously donated some money
Yeah,
to the cause.
Last night, Dale Winchester, he owns Maitland Power and Marine. Good
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Yeah, he also, after donating the mower to us this year and giving away, he also jumped on last night and made a donation to the walk as well. So, yeah,
Great. Thanks very much, Dale. And Maitland Mowers. Well, that's not their actual name, is it?
Maitland Power and Marine. Yeah, close enough, mate.
Power
So,
and Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, anyone else out there that can, I know times are tough, but anyone out there can spare $1 or two or whatever you can, and, every cent helps. And,
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
yeah, and also
Yeah.
get down there to the day and jump on board with us and walk up to Nobby's and back, and from across the road from Purnell Trophies at is it Islington Park?
Islington, yep.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
starts from there, and it'll be a good walk, and
Oh, it'll be a great day.
yeah,
Same time, I've got to leave here at 5:30 to get up there, but I think I can do it.
oh, mate. Yeah, no, it's
For a good cause, mate. For a good cause.
so what colour's the Mohawk going?
Well, as soon as I get a $250 donation off someone, it'll be going. But I'm not sure on the colour yet. I usually leave that up to the person that donates to nominate a colour, and if I can get it on, I do. But the beard's going green as far as I know at this stage.
Nice.
So I might be a bit colourful up there by the time I get there.
I tell you what, I've never not had my Mohawk, and that's just me. You know what I mean? For the for the right kind of money, the right kind of money, I'd shave it for the charity.
100%, mate. I do.
But I mean, it has to be good money for it to go to the charity.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think anyone that does 250 tells me what colour they want the Mohawk, and if I get another 250, they tell me what colour the beard's going. But if I haven't had something around that vicinity, I'll probably do it anyway.
Oh, that'll be a good fun day, mate. And once again, we can't thank you enough, for what you do for not just for Grace, but all the time. You're a champion guy, and
Cheers, mate.
do a lot for the kids. So yeah.
Yeah, I try to give back, mate. I got help when I was in a bad way, so it's my way of giving back.
Yeah, that's right. You just don't know what's around the corner. But, mate, once again, we do, appreciate everything that you do, and I'm sure the families that you've helped over the years are in the same boat, and they, can't thank you enough.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming on board.
Mate, it's
Going to be
our
a
pleasure.
great effort this year, mate.
Helping out there where we can, but we just urge everyone else to, if you can't turn up, or even if you can, just to jump on board. And we're trying to hit the goal of 5,000, so then we'll go to camp quality. So, yeah, jump on board and just give us a push.
Yeah, 100%. Got to do something for these kids. Like, they're suffering, so give them a bit of happy time. Like, camp quality do so much for them. And for the whole family, mind you, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I know they've done a lot for Grace's brother and like Levi, and he's a terrific kid the way he looks after his sister.
No, good on him. We're actually talking to Troy, and we're trying to get one of those 4-seater bikes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to ride from Whoop Whoop into Newcastle if we can get one and raise some money. So if anyone's out there listening that knows where we can get those 4-seater bench seat bikes, we're after one.
That'd be a good one.
So a bit of put that out there too. But mate, thanks for coming on tonight, and we appreciate it.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, sounds good, mate, and we'll make a big day of it, and yeah, just about all the crew will be there, I'd say, from the show. So,
Excellent.
Might
Good
even
to meet you.
I might even see if we can get one of the guys on the camera and take some footage of the day and put it up on the website and stuff.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, I have to get get a few pictures with everyone up there.
Yeah, no, sounds good. I'll make sure I got my hair done that day.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, even if I haven't, I've got to do something to go up there.
Yeah,
As
no.
long as I don't get arrested on the way up, that's the problem.
No, mate. It sounds good, mate. And look forward to it, and we'll catch you in. It's only a few weeks' time, isn't it?
Yeah, 17th
About a month.
September's the day, about a month. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
That would be good, mate. Once again, we appreciate what you've done. That's a very
Not
humble
a
gesture.
problem, mate. Not a problem at all.
So
Any little ones.
we'll talk to you soon, mate.
Okay, mate. Thanks a lot. Have a good night, crew.
Thanks,
You too.
champion.
You
Take
too.
care.
You too. Bye-bye. See ya.
That was those guy over there. Very, very nice guy. Does a lot for kids with Camp Quality and Ronald McDonald House. So,
Heart of gold.
yeah. So, yeah, a champion guy. So that mower is up for. What do you reckon? Should we auction it or should we raffle it or?
I reckon raffles. People love a good raffle.
Yeah, but then you got to go try selling tickets.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or we go auction it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start the bid, and I bid $100. $100.
I outbid you. I bid $200.
Done. I don't need a new mower. I just wanted to help bid. So there you go. The auction it started at $200 at John O'Friend. So yeah, that's the bid at the moment, $200. So get onto it, guys.
How do people get onto it?
Just contact us on the show here. Yeah, send us a message.
We'll put a post up.
I'll put a post up there tomorrow, and yeah, get onto it if you're serious and you want to. The mower's valued at I can't remember, but it's a brand new Masport, really good one.
Yeah,
So,
really
That's a
good quality.
brand. Yeah. good
yeah,
brand.
so yeah, the bid's at $200. So anyway, we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, and welcome back. And time for Night of the Round. So we'll start with you, John.
No, the round's a bit tricky this week. Going 3 points. Mr. Daniel Saifidi played a pretty solid game. 2 points went to Brody BJ Jones. It's a very solid game.
Played well.
And I had to pick this man for 1 point. I also probably would have been kicked off the show. Jesse the Man Sue as a final point. Awesome
Yeah.
to see him back in first grade. And hopefully he gets one. We only got one home game left, do we? I've forgotten two. Well, hopefully he can get that night send off he deserves.
Yeah, hopefully he gets in first grade back in the 17 on the last game and send him off a winner.
Yeah.
And I want to steal his jersey. Crazy lady.
3 goes to Sue.
Hey, you're getting lucky tonight.
I'll be too tired. No, I'm kidding. 2 points go to DSAF and 1 point goes to Brody Jones.
I can't argue with any of those. Yeah, they played pretty well. The forwards played well. They were sort of let down.
I think it was more of the starting forwards played well. I think the bench were a bit off.
Except for Jesse.
Except for Jesse, of course. But
I give 3 to Tyson. I just think he never doesn't give up, no matter what. He's in that class of Clemmer, those pair all year. And it was a toss-up with my next couple. I was torn between DSAF and Brody Jones for the two. So I went BJ because I reckon his defensive was really good. His defence was just rock solid. So I'll give Brady Jones 2. And Jesse Sue got my 1. Because another head knock, cut himself open, patched me up, I'm still going. A lot of players would have come off and that would have been the end of him. But, and
so it just proves like he wants to play these final couple of weeks. He wants
Oh,
to see out
100%
his
he does.
contract, yeah.
to be honest, I don't think he wanted to leave. It's just that the Knights haven't offered him anything. So, he's got to look after his family. And to me, this is where we go back to the club needs to keep the players that want to play for their club. Not the ones that want to be there for their money. The ones that actually want to get in and have a dig each week, which your Clemmers, you know, your Brady Jones, Mitch Barnett was another one.
Well, I think a lot of people don't see the side of to it. A lot of the players have young families, and you know what a pain in the bum it is to move
that's
yourself, and like
Yes.
especially like young families. So if they find a club they really want to like, hopefully they can play the rest of their career out. But
I just think we've done it way too often. Like, got rid of players that actually bleed for the club and want to play. Look, Sione Mitalia. You know, just a prime example. They, you know, Danny Badiris back in the day when they got rid of him and sent him to England. There's two players that, you know, bleed red and blue. And we just got rid of them. Anyway. But that was my night of the round for this week. My special mention went to DSAF too, because he was hard to leave out. Anyway. Yeah, so, what caught my eye?
what your eye, Sminner?
I'll let you lovely people go first.
Oh no, you're the host.
Well, what caught my eye was Pasami Solo. Did you see Pasami fall over? Like, he went to fall on a ball, a loose ball, and he was just laying there. It was like,
He flopped on the ground.
it was like a fish that just
It's like
died.
he didn't want to get back up. He's like, oh
Yeah,
no.
the silly salmon.
It's silly
Yeah.
salmon, and the salmon wasn't moving. I thought, is he injured?
He's having a rest.
And he was just like, oh no, not again.
Yeah, I started laughing and then I stopped and I'm like, oh, I hope he's not hurt. And then he got up and I'm like, all right, I'll keep laughing.
So that was, you know, that was pretty, I thought that was pretty funny. So that was what caught my eye.
What caught my eye? I've got two things. The disgraced NRL star Manase, I don't know if that's how you say it, Fanu. So he's preparing to go to jail for stabbing a Mormon church youth leader. So his teammates have stuck by him and wished him well for jail. So this guy, he won't wear a rainbow-coloured jersey for religious reasons, but he will go and stab someone.
Yeah, go figure that. What?
Oh, so was he part of that? Was he one of the players that didn't
Yeah.
want to wear?
Yeah, him, Josh Schuster, Josh Alla, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
Aloya.
Hello, lawyer, or whatever. Yeah.
No, there was a fair few because I remember
Yeah.
reading the list.
the,
I'm
the,
Ala Curve
the something 7.
R2.
Yeah, but that just goes to show how stupid this whole boycott of a jersey was.
It's a contradiction.
Yeah, the whole thing has been. So, yeah, you know what? NRL, you're talking about this incident with the Knights, you know, that certain players that, you know, that you want them to have their contract ripped up. That's the contract that needs to be ripped up.
Well, it is now. He's going to jail. Well, he's going to jail.
The longest yard, here I come. Anyway, Jono.
No, I've got
Sorry.
another
Oh, I
one.
do apologise.
sorry, yeah.
Yes, sorry.
I don't know if this is how you say it. Toulouse halfback Corey Norman faces an 8-game ban for allegedly sticking his finger up an opponent's bum.
Have been at each other. Not sure of it. Don't know. There's a little bit of something there.
Hey, Hawaii.
The upper water. Hey.
8-match ban. That's a long time.
That'd be nearly half the season, wouldn't it?
They're not that strict over here. You stick your finger up someone's bum and they're like,
Hopper White got 5, didn't he, for that?
oh, did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
No, but saying if it was 5, God knows how long ago.
Yeah, it was a long time
The
ago.
punishment would be your finger would smell like poo for the rest of the game. Like,
Was it?
No, but was it intentional or was it accidental?
I don't know, but
I
wanna
don't
see-
know.
I
But,
wanna see-
hey, accidental.
he goes anywhere near my bottom region, I'll turn around like a cat. Like I was a cat in a previous life. You go near that area and I'll scratch your eyes out.
Yeah, that's just. Back in the day when I played football, I never went towards anyone's bottom region. You know what I mean? If you wanted to do something to put them off, you know, when they used to play the ball, we used to stand on their fingers, things like that. But you wouldn't. It never come across your mind to stick a digit up there. You know what I mean? Like that's just that's just wrong. That's just What's going through his head?
So, Corey's just said Norman is playing now for Arsenal in the Premier League soccer.
Oh, really?
Oh. Yeah, fellow dragon, supporting a fellow dragon.
I bet you he's up in the backs too. Anyway, Jono.
On that note,
Two things caught my eye. One was Roger Shuey to
Hang on a
Usher.
second. Should that have come under the segment of what caught my bum?
Well, the
yeah.
person we came under.
Anyway, Johnny.
Well, we already talked about it a bit. Roger Shuey to Usher Sheck getting
Mm.
the band. I did hear his name, and I should have written it down. But shout out to that bloke. He's an absolute legend
Yes.
doing the Shuey.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to talk about him every time you see Stacey Jones, you see old mate doing a Shuey.
Yeah.
And thank God the Life band got.
That was just
Revoked,
stupidity. Sorry to cut you off, but you know what I haven't seen that I thought would see with the Titans' 44-point win? We didn't see Gosling.
Did we watch the whole game? No, we weren't home.
Yeah, I watched
Most of it.
Yeah, no Gosling.
Oh, but is he only like to do it when it's wet and wild?
Well, yeah, we'll have to get onto that. Sorry, mate.
Asking
Yeah, so good on for getting that Life band revoked because
Yeah.
it brings a bit of entertainment. You hear the crowd go up when he's on TV. So, second thing, Cameron Munster, give him an Oscar. When there was that little grubber in the Penrith game and like he got tangled up in the
Oh,
feet and he's
yeah.
like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
give
He's
him
such a milker.
give him Academy Award.
I can't look at him. Every time I look at him, I think of The Simpsons. If that is not Ned Flanders, I don't know who he is. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, he'll be a dolphin next year.
no, I think it's the year after.
A year after, is it?
Yeah, I think it's because he's still got one more year left at the Storm. But yeah, that's what caught my eye.
Anyway, it's a bit of humour time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Put me on the spot.
I've got a good one. Ha! 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 One, too. So I'll let you go first, Buff.
All right. I'll try not to stuff it up.
It is really good, this one.
Sure.
Here we go.
A kid from Louisiana moves to California and he's looking for a job. The manager asks, "Do you have any sales experience?" The kid says, "Yeah, I was a salesman back at home in Louisiana." The boss liked the kid, so he gave him the job. "You start tomorrow. After we close, we'll see how you did." First day on the job was rough, but he got through it. After the store closed, the boss asked, "How many sales today?" The kid says, "1." The boss says, "1? We average 20 to 30 sales a day. How much was the sale for?" The kid says, $101,237.64. The boss says, $101,237.64? What the hell did you sell? Kid says, "First I sold him a small fish hook, then a medium fish hook, then a larger fish hook, then I sold him a new fishing rod. I asked him where he was going fishing, and he said at the coast, so I told him he was going to need a boat. We went down to the boat department and I sold him that twin engine. He said he didn't think his Honda Civic would pull it, so I took him down to the automotive department and sold him a 4x4 Blazer. The boss said, "A guy came in here to buy a fish hook and you sold him a boat and truck?" Kid says, "No, sir. He came in here to buy a box of tampons for his wife." And I said, "Well, your weekend shot, you might as well go fishing."
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's good.
Encore.
Encore.
This one's a bit shorter, thank God. A man walks into his favourite restaurant. He sits down and orders a medium rare ribeye steak. As he's eating, he looks up and sees a woman giving him a dirty look. The man assumes the woman is vegetarian since she's only eating a large bowl of salad and greens. The man tries to ignore her, but after a few uncomfortable minutes, he puts down his fork and turns to her. "What?" he asks indignantly. "Do you know a cow died so you could have that steak?" she says. The man looks down at her plate and then back at her before replying, "I know a cow died because you ate all his food."
That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one too. Do you want to hear mine?
Sure.
It's at Harley Davidson level.
It is. It's up there, eh? Seriously. I've been taking Viagra to help with my sunburn. It doesn't cure it, but it helps keep the sheet off my body. That's it.
Have you ever tried?
Don't need it. Oh, anyway. So is that you for the week?
Yes.
It is. All right. Well, we'll have you back next week.
You sure about that?
Of course.
We need our humour for the week.
Your mind's just not cutting it.
If anyone's got any jokes, feel free to send them in.
Yeah, send them in and we'll put him on the show. Yeah, sounds good. Anyway, we'll take a short break and we'll see you next week, and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for Talking Schmidt. Talking Schmidt. And first caller, who we got there?
That's Bill.
Bill, how you going, champion?
Yeah, pretty good.
Mate, I got a question for us tonight.
Yeah, I do. I suppose the most recent thing coming out of the Knights is the Ponga situation. What sort of action do you think they'll take?
Mate, that's a hard one, to be honest with you, eh? Because at the moment, there's no real proof what was going on.
But I'd say can kiss his World Cup chances goodbye.
I'd say they'll take the captaincy off him, and then maybe a hefty fine. I don't think, and I'd hate to think that they'll rip up their contracts, because Cameron Munster didn't, and Cameron Munster got caught with a bag in his hand. So
Same with the Cheese, wasn't it, this year?
yeah, so I think, to be honest, if it's come out that they were doing anything that they're not supposed to like that, maybe they need to send them to a program to help with that. I just think ripping their contract up and hanging them out to dry is not helping them with the issue. I mean, I'm not saying they sweep it under the carpet and, pat him on the back and say, get on your way. But, yeah, I mean, the captaincy taken off him and maybe a fine and, yeah, something like that. But, yeah, knowing Kurt personally, I don't really like to get him involved with it myself, so I'll leave it to the rest of the boys.
Yeah, I think until we know the proper facts of everything, we can't really sort of, make a decision here. I guess it's more of sort of more surmising at the moment, aren't we? So.
Yeah, well, I mean, for all we know, they could have just been playing swords,
Well, what is it, the bubbler?
Well, it could have been anything. So, whatever was going on, I doubt you'll ever see it happen again from them pair. They've learned a hard lesson. So I'll leave it up to the Knights to sort it out. But I hope they don't rip up their contracts, because I don't agree with that. That's just, not helping the situation. And I guess I'm a bit biased being a friend of Kurt. So, yeah, I don't want to get into that. I'll leave that to you guys, because I'm probably biased.
No, just wait to see what evidence comes out and see what the league does. That's all we can wait and do.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's... what do you think, Bill?
Well, from what I believe, Clemmer got in some trouble himself recently.
Yeah, that was...
And he faced some sanctions, so you would think the two things a little bit different. So, I don't know. Yeah, definitely I think take the captaincy off him. It's not how you would expect your captain to represent your club.
They should take the captaincy off him and give it to Clem, is my opinion.
Yeah. Good idea.
That's, but yeah, and that way too, I reckon it will benefit Ponga not being the captain, because he can concentrate in his own game. And I think Clem
definitely plays better.
And Clemmer's, I mean, you go to the game, we've said this time and time again, how many people have you seen get a standing ovation from 10 in the bin? So he, we've sat there week in, week out through poor performances, but this bloke still gives the fans something to cheer about and something to look forward to. And, yeah, I just think he needs to be rewarded, and we need to lock him in. None of this, let's offload him to someone else. And like the rumours were that they were trying to get rid of Clem to use the money to get Luke Brooks. Luke Brooks is not our answer. And to get rid of David Clemmer is ridiculous. And if that happens, I'll tell you what, you blokes will walk to Newcastle. That's it.
That's a long walk.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me? I'm not walking that long.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's just, Luke Brooks ain't the answer. Clemmer is the answer to our club. He should be our long-term captain, along with Brayley. I've got no dramas with Brayley being the captain. But Clemmer needs to lead the team out each week. and Clement needs to do the press conferences and leave, the on-field stuff. If Clem's off, Brayley does all that.
Mm-hmm.
But, let Clem lead the team out and do all the press conferences, things like that, because he's the face of the town, really, that everyone's loving.
He's definitely turned into a cult hero, hasn't he?
100%. He's and you look, any of our players get any grub come towards them, cause them any dramas, he's the first one there. We haven't had that kind of influence since the Chief. And,
Absolutely.
he's... How can you not like the Clam? Like, when he got sent off again after that little bit of a tussle on the South, I was like a kid in a candy shop, I was wetting my pants. I loved it. It was great. You haven't seen any of this for so long. It was, it was awesome. Like, we've had nothing to cheer about. That's the only thing we had all year. So, mate, I tell you what, that's a bloody good question. And you're in the runner for question of the week. And while we're on the subject too, if last week's listener, Shane's listening, we do have a prize going your way, mate. We forgot to say it on the air last week. So, anyway, mate, keep listening, and you're in for caller of the week this week as well there, Bill.
Sweet.
No worries. Thanks, champion. Thanks for your call.
Thanks, mate.
See you, Bill.
See you, Bill.
All right, guys, and we'll go on to caller number 2. All right, guys, and it's time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
Kieran, guys, how are we, boys?
Hey, Kieran.
Yeah, good
man.
champion. What's your question for us this week, mate?
Right, so what, in your opinion, what do you boys reckon that needs to happen to fix the club with all that's been going on with late?
Oh, that's a good question, that. Mate, I honestly think there needs to be a program to help the young players with their, life outside of the club, to help them manage that. Also think that maybe a few players that need to be a few weeks, in reserve grade or, showing that they're just not going to turn up each week and have their jersey if they're not going to play.
And I think a new coach needs to come in. I don't know if we're after a young coach or like a head coach that's been a coach for a while and toughen the team up and say this is the standards. Doesn't care how long you've been there, if you're a new person, big signing. Just these are the standards, and if you don't like it, you'll be shipped off.
That Peter Parr might bring a lot of that.
He won't beat around the bush.
Yeah,
that's what I think the club needs too.
So I was always one not to go down the road of the coaches sacking that, and I still don't like saying it and don't like talking about it, but it's looking like it needs to happen, and I hope it does.
Something big's got to change, yeah.
But if it does, like we said before, if it does, I'd like to see the Walker brothers from Queensland come in and just change the whole structure, whole play of the Knights. And you think, the Walker brothers, the way they coach, along with Andrew Johns, could...
Definitely. We've got a good team. We just need a bit of guidance, in my opinion.
Either that or I'll take over the reins for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I reckon Coach Schmidt up.
If you can get Matthew Johns away from his media commitments,
Never happened.
He would make an awesome coach, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. He's got a good football brain.
I think he's being paid too much by Fox, though, sadly.
You will never get him.
Man, there's a lot of stress with coaching too, whereas Fox Sports, there'll be stress, but not coaching stress.
No, exactly.
That's a bloody good question, Kieran. That's an awesome question. It's something that needs to happen, and we've got to find answers soon because you don't want to get to the start of next season and going through the whole thing again.
No, exactly right. Exactly right. So, definitely, guys. Thanks for answering that. And just before I go, just wanted to say, the guys are doing a great thing with the jerseys and the mental health awareness. Hey, that's bloody awesome. It's a great idea, hey.
Oh, yeah.
And, if you can send through the link or something, or how do you advertise it to grab a shirt?
Oh, we're just a prototype at the moment. We're trying to push for the NRL. We have had a little bit of a chat with them and
Yep.
You know, having a few ideas, but that was just a prototype that we made up to as an example where the clubs could, you know, have a one-off jersey where the players auction them off as well. And that
Mate, yeah,
goes
it's a great
towards,
idea.
yeah, and that goes towards you know, the mental health awareness stuff as well. And I mean, if it's up to the clubs if they wanted to produce them as well, but
Yeah,
I will say it has been I had a quite a positive feedback from it. So
No,
yeah.
definitely, mate. Yeah, no, it's great. It needs to be spoken about more, you know?
And the black jersey, something different. So
Exactly.
No, it looks bloody great. It does. It looks bloody great.
mate, we appreciate your call and stay in line because I tell you what, that was a damn good question. So it's in line for the caller of the week prize.
Oh, not a worry, guys. I appreciate you having me. So, yeah.
No worries, champion, and yeah, go the Knights, I suppose. Yeah, let's see if we can get a win for the next couple of weeks.
I'll be praying. Go the Knights, boys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, champion.
See ya.
Thanks, buddy.
No worries. Thanks. See you, boys. Bye. Bye.
That was a good question.
Very good question.
It's I tell you what, there's been some two good questions tonight, so it's going to be hard. Yeah, caller number 3. Let's take caller number 3. All right, guys, it's caller number 3. Time for caller number 3. Who we got there?
Hey, it's Andrew from Cameron Park. How you doing?
Hey, champion, how you going?
I'm very well.
That's the go, mate. What question you got for us tonight?
Well, with the women's NRL competition starting again, really looking forward to it. I was wondering what your opinions were on the recruits that Newcastle have and whether we're going to do better this season than we were able to achieve last season.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's another good question. We had some cracking questions this week.
I think you'll definitely win a game.
Well, it's hard to win. I don't know, do worse than last year.
Yeah, well,
I reckon I'm going to go out bold prediction here. The women Knights team is going to win the comp.
ooh, they've bought some good players. Well, I mean, I'm not too familiar with it yet. I'm still learning the
Well, they've-
women's.
Hannah Southwell.
Yep.
She's from the Roosters.
Excuse
I
me.
think Caitlin, I think her sister, is there as well. And then you've got the two faces, Millie Boyle and Tamika Upton.
There was another one too. I can't think of a name. There was another one they bought too that was really good. Yeah, bugging me dead. I'm still getting to know them all.
Yeah.
Or who they are. And there's a local girl.
Caitlin Johnson, is it?
is that her?
The front rower?
Yeah.
Oh, she looks like her. Wouldn't like to see her run full bold, that girl.
Yeah, so good to see some local talent. And Kiwi girl.
Autumn?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so we've got a good team. Yeah, from what I hear, like as I said, I'm still getting to know the you know. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, but I reckon we can give it a fair shake. It'll be good. Hopefully, we can win this weekend.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Andrew? What's your prediction?
Yeah, no, I think certainly they'll do better than what they did last year, of course. And I think that they just need to get a good start to the season. So hopefully they can get a roll on, get their defensive alignments all sorted and not leak as many points this year as what they did last season.
There was one girl that played on the wing. She had a full leg tattoo. I can't think of her name. She had the Kalen Ponga headgear. Yeah, seen her play back last year and she was running up. They run pretty hard. And
They do.
One it was against St George, Elsie Albert, and that, and
Okay.
yeah, absolutely hit her that hard. She HIA gone.
Oh.
But I mean, there's some pretty hard hits. You know,
Well, they've got a big test this weekend. Obviously, we'll touch on this a little later in the program today, but tonight. But the Broncos have got up first round, so
we've bought all their good players, haven't we? So that's a bonus for us. Yeah, but mate, looking forward to it. The only thing is, I must say, they got the girls' team playing at 6:10 on a Sunday night.
Oh, so it's a double header. Marathon's
Triple. You got the what do you call it? Cup game, men's first grade, and then the women's.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It is, except for if you work on Monday morning.
Oh, that's true.
So you know, especially us that live up the valley. So by the time that game finishes at 6 o'clock, you're looking at 9 o'clock before you get out of there. By the time you get home with kids, I find that very silly. Why didn't they put Okay, first game on at 11, second game on at 2 o'clock or something, you know. And so you can see all three grades. Like you used to when you were a kid. When I was a kid, you'd go and watch President's Cup, reserve grade, and then first grade. They need to do that same thing again. But see, the thing is, they're putting the girls on different days to the guys. This is just this one-off thing. And you've got to pay an extra membership. To, you know, your season pass doesn't cover that. Why not?
That's pathetic.
It's about getting more money to, you know, they're hitting more money out. The fans pay enough money. And to promote the women's game, it should be played with the men's game. It should be played in between, either before Cup or in between Cup and first grade.
I like that in between one, like before the Cup and first grade.
And also at a decent time where families can get there, because, you know, we've got little ones that are in school. We can't have them out on a Sunday night at 10 o'clock at night. By the time we get home and that, you know what I mean? It's not fit for families. And you're promoting this women's game. Well, you know, isn't it about time they used their brains and did it right, to be honest? You're promoting a women's game that you want fans on, you know, to go support. I mean, they still get a lot there, but they could have got a lot more.
I guess it's probably in line with probably all the TV rights, I suppose, isn't it? Do you reckon that? But
Yeah, well, that's where the TV rights have got to start thinking too. Without fans, there's no game.
yeah,
You know, and the fans, it's a business. Bums on seats, you know, that's what brings money. Start put it back a couple of hours. Start thinking of the fans, not just your money. Because if you think of the fans are going to go there, you get more money. You know, even if it was put back to, say, 4 o'clock kickoff, it finishes at 6. You know what I mean? Like, there could have been a way around of doing it. And I just think, or put it on a Saturday night. Put that, you know, work around it so that they're not on Sunday that late. Start thinking of the families.
tell you what, Andrew, you provided us with a very, very good question here tonight, mate.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, and thanks for all of your thoughts.
I hope we helped you and it didn't make it worse.
All good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, champion.
Thanks, mate.
Buddy.
We'll take
See ya.
caller number 4 now. All right, guys, it's time for caller number 4. Who we got?
Yeah, hello. Is this the podcast?
You're on the air.
Yeah, hello. It's Helmut again, calling from Dusseldorf.
Oh, Helmut. How you going?
Yes, Helmut Schlobbernocker, and I've been following the Knights, of course, and wanting to find out what is the problem. What is that going on?
Mate, I think you and all the Newcastle's trying to figure that out. There's a bit of unwell in the camp, and players in a bit of strife. Players been getting left off the bus. Something's not right, but hopefully soon we'll come through the other end.
Well, as we say here in Germany, I can't say it to you in German, it's not polite, but the fish rots from the head.
Helmut, how was the Strudel in Dusseldorf?
It's wunderbar.
Yeah, well, we have had that conversation as well where, where the fish rots from the head.
Yeah, how am I meant to introduce my friends to this game when you are playing so scheiße?
I missed that one, sorry.
I said, how am I meant to play this game and show my friends this game when you are playing so scheiße?
Yeah, well, hopefully this week we'll bounce back.
You need to show games of the Crazy Ladies team. They're a good team.
We don't like the Panthers here.
You don't like a Panther?
No. Oh, was that the Big Johnson?
That is the Big Johnson.
Oh, hello, Big Johnson.
Well, hello there. It's nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, my name is Helmut Schlobbernocker, and we are very big fans.
Oh, Helmut. Oh, I'm a big fan of yours.
Well, thank you, but you're a legend procedure.
I don't know.
When Slobberknocker meant the Big Johnson.
Well, maybe we could do a TV show together one day or a podcast, and we can call it Slobbering the Johnson.
Oh, please no.
Over in there, where are you from? Sorry, Helmut?
Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf. What's your drink of choice over there? Is it vodka?
Nein.
Heine.
We like the beer.
Heine.
We like the Jägermeister. We like anything that puts the hairs on the chest, yeah?
Because we've just got a big, thanks to our sponsor, Grand Matriarch, some vodka, 40% alcohol.
Well, honestly, any alcohol is good, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's very good. So if you like your vodka, get onto it. I totally recommend it.
Do they ship to Germany?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I look forward then to having some with my Metwurst or my Schnitzel.
Yeah, schnitzel. Yum.
Who doesn't love Schnitzel?
They're good.
Or the German sausage.
Yes, well.
Yeah, our
I
friend
understand.
Corey likes a good German sausage. He's
Yes.
he gets them from
So
over at Steak and Chops.
He likes the good.
Yeah, well, there is nothing like a big cheesy German sausage, yeah?
No, there's nothing like it.
That bratwurst.
They're pretty good. But mate,
Or as we Germans say when we tell a joke, knock knock Wurst. Who's there? That's as far as it goes.
oh, fair enough, mate. Yeah, so you're watching the progress of the team, eh? With only a couple of games left, do you reckon we'll get the spoon?
Well, I think the coach has to go.
Yeah, I reckon if another few last games, if it's a poor effort, I reckon he'll go.
You reckon he will?
If it's like, if they give some like effort, he'll stay. But if they all just walk out and poor effort,
I mean, it's hard. I've tried not to get involved with the saying he's got to go, he doesn't, because there's a lot we probably don't know. But from an outside looking in, it's not looking good.
Yeah, well, if the team is acting like Dummkopf, there must be something wrong with the coach.
Yeah, I even, as we'll get into later, there's a couple of team selections this week I scratched my head at too. So, yeah, mate, we appreciate your call there from
Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf, Mr. Slobanopi.
Get it right.
Slobberknocker.
Sorry? Oh,
Get it
Slobanoka. Sorry. And, you're in the running for the caller of the week.
Well, the postage and handling costs must be a lot to get to Dusseldorf, but thank you.
Yeah, true. So it must be the phone call. So right back at you. Anyway, mate, thanks for your call and thanks for coming on.
Hold, Mitzi! No! Sorry, the voice again. No! So, I will ask the questions here.
Oh, fair enough. No worries, mate. Thanks for your call.
Yes, sorry about that. And auf Wiedersehen, Gesundheit, and
Guten Nacht.
guten Nacht, goes at night.
And, one last word for the Johnson.
Oh, we love the Johnson.
All right, mate. Thanks for your call and, thanks again.
We'll talk to you again soon.
Guten Nacht.
good night.
All right, guys, we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, and let's give away something else now. So we'll give away the lollies, eh?
Hello?
Tim, is it?
Yep.
Mate, it's Smitter from the Nighttime Podcast. How you going?
Good, how are you?
Good, mate. You're one of our random caller winners. So you've won a big lolly jar full of lollies and a Knights signed hat.
Oh, thank you.
So congratulations, mate. You're just a random winner, a random phone call, and you're lucky that you picked up because last week nobody picked up.
Oh, thank you.
So congratulations, mate, and we'll be in contact with you soon and distribute it off to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks, champion.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
All right, guys, let's do our final caller. We're giving away some free stuff from Smitter's bag.
Hello.
Hello, Karen.
Yeah.
It's Smitter from the Nighttime Podcast. How you going?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. You're one of our random phone call winners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've won a Winfield Cup banner and a Knights hat.
Oh, lovely.
So,
Thank you.
No worries. So we'll be in contact with you shortly and distribute it off to you, and congratulations.
Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Well, there we go. There's three lucky winners tonight.
Very lucky winners.
So, yeah, we'll distribute some more off for the next couple of weeks to clear out the cupboard. And we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, and it's time for Team List Tuesday.
You just made the list!
The Mighty Knights this week and the Canberra Raiders. So, yeah, let's get into them, mate. The Newcastle Knights. Number 1, Tex Hoy. Number 2, Edric Lee. Number 3, Dane Guy in the centres with, I can't really pronounce, Christian Mappa.
We'll give it a go. Christian Mapapalungi.
Yeah, that bloke.
Movie on his debut, young
100%
blood.
he is, yep. So, good on him. Dominic Young, Anthony Milford and Adam Clune in the halves. The big man, David Clemmer, he's back. Jaden Brayley at hooker. Daniel Saifidi at the prop with David Clemmer. Tyson Frizzell, Brady Jones in the second row. And Jacob Saifidi at lock. Did you find that a bit interesting?
Very interesting.
And interchange of Phoenix Crosham, Pasami Solo, Simi Sasagi, and Matt Crocker. Yeah. Would you what do you take of this?
I think Jacob Saifidi's off the bench and start Matt Croker.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah, Jacob's not a lock.
No.
That's just very odd.
Well, that's what I thought sometimes when they were on the field, like Clemmer and the Sapphire Beatty boys were on together. It was weird how they were on at all the same time. So,
see, the bench doesn't work for me either.
No.
Phoenix deserves his spot. Matt Crocker deserves his spot. Pasami deserves his spot. But I'm sorry, Simi's good, but he had some terrible mistakes last week. And to me, I dropped Jacob back to the interchange. Simi drops out. Brady Jones drops back to lock. Jesse Sue comes into second row.
Yeah, I'll be happy with that.
That would be my team because I'm sorry, Jacob is a prop, or he should come on in replace of Clem or his brother. Brady Jones is more capable than probably anyone that we've got here at the moment to play lock with his mobility. And I'll be putting Jesse Sue in at second row, and he deserves his shot there.
Lining up for the Raiders anyway, we should go through that team as well.
Yeah, surely.
Fullback, we've got Xavier Savage. On the wings, we've got Nick Kotrick and Jordan Rapana. In the centres, we've got Matthew Tomiko and Sebastian Chris. In the halves, we've got Jack White and Jamal Fogarty. In the front row, we've got Josh Papalihi and Joseph Tarpany. At hooker, we've got Zach Wolford. What a machine he's been. Second row, we've got Hudson Young and Elliot Whitehead. Lock in the scrum, future Newcastle Knight star Adam Elliott. In the bench, we've got Tom Starling, Emery Gula, Corey Holsber, and Corey Hawir Nigre. So the Knights going to have their work cut out of them for this week.
Good team.
Quite an ex-Newcastle
I
flavour.
was just about to say the same thing. Yeah, there's Tommy Starling,
Joseph Tarpany,
Hudson Young, Zach Wolford.
Joseph Tarpany.
So,
I've tipped the Knights, and no question. I reckon they've got a chance, and hopefully they can win if we got a good crowd out. And
We've got to get behind them. I mean, we've got a chance, but I tell you what, that Raiders team looks bloody good. Their benches looks a bit stronger than ours, I think. Corey Herrera has been playing
He's
out
been
of
in
his
great
skin.
form.
Corey Horsburgh, he won't give up. I mean, he throws himself into a few sort of shoulder charge kind of looking things and misses a lot, but Emery Goulet, do you reckon he looks a bit like, is it Bray Finasta?
Just looking at that photo, a little bit.
it does too.
The eyebrows.
It's the eyebrows.
And Tommy Starling, that's a good bench. And Joseph Tarpany. Yeah, anyway, it's going to go down to the wire, I reckon, hopefully. There's some... On their reserves, their extended bench, they've got Albert Hopewade. They've got some good players that come in. Even Nicole Costa can't even get a start. You know what I mean?
He's off to the Warriors next year, so I wonder if it's got something to do with it.
Well, even ours, Hymel Hunt, Chris Randall, Jesse Sue. You know, we've got some talent there. I don't know why. Randall, I feel sorry for too. I reckon he deserves a spot. But,
And so,
our match officials is Grant Atkins. Those blokes that run up the sideline with the flag in their hand. Phil Henderson, John Stone, and Gerard Sutton is our senior review official. I tell you what, I'm going to take my hat off to Casey Badger. How she does the video ref. She's the best in the game. I'm telling you what, she needs to be the video referee's boss. She needs to take control and run it. Because did you see even the Broncos game the other night with the Knights? And she was video ref. She was spot on, perfect. And I've seen a few games, and I tell you what, I think she is the best we have, and she needs to be appointed the head honcho of that and run it.
That's right.
Take me out off to her there. So anyway, that's the Knights in Canberra lineup for this week. But
hang on, special mention: Ricky's back from suspension this week too.
Good old Sticky Ricky.
Hey, out of the doghouse. And also, we've got another game this week, I believe.
Yes, the ladies starting off the new WNRL season, taking on the Broncos. So,
teamless. Anyway,
go the Knights.
Go the Knights, and get out there and give them a bit of support. So, all right, we might take a short break and come back and do the rest of it and wrap it all up. All right, guys, welcome back, and let's get into the rest of the games this week, and we'll do our tips. First one, Jono, Robertson Panthers.
I gotta say the Bunnies. Can't see the Bunnies. They're in pretty hot form.
We're going to take the Bunnies as well. I think Penrith's still got a few out, so just another week for me.
I'll just go Panthers because I'm different, and I hope they win. But yeah, the Bunnies are on pretty red hot form. But I'll take the Panthers in a close one. The Cowboys up there at Queensland Country Bank Stadium against the Warriors.
Cows.
As good as the Warriors have been last week, I've got to take the Cowboys.
Yeah,
the Cowboys are my depending how it works out with who plays who in the finals. I've got the Panthers playing the Cowboys in the grand final.
I'd say the Cowboys losing this up in God's country.
The Broncos and the Storm. This one's going to be a close one, I think.
Jerome Hughes is back this week.
I'm going to still take the Broncos. I reckon they're going to bounce back.
Me too.
A bit better form, and up there at Suncorp, I'll take the Broncos.
I'm going to take the Storm, just to be different.
And the
River Worms and the Bulldogs. I'm going to have to take the Eels, I think.
Yeah, I'll take the Eels, but the Bulldogs are capable of pulling everything off. They showed that the other day. So, I'll take the Eels.
Yeah, Parramatta for me.
The bin Chickens and the Sharks.
Can't go past the Sharks. And the way the bin chickens played, they can go to the bin, I think.
Sharks.
Roosters and Tigers.
Roosters.
Yeah, it's hard to take the Tigers, but yeah, next year will be a different story. And Dragons and Titans, this one will be a pretty good, evenly match-up game, I think. I mean, it's hard to tip against the Titans after last week's performance, really.
They played well.
I'm going to take the Titans in an upset.
Me too.
Yeah, in an upset. But the only thing that's going to change is the travelling. But yeah, I think a lot of these bottom teams are going to upset some people, so I'll take the Titans.
I don't think I'd love to see St George win here, obviously, but now that their season's pretty much done and dusted, I think it'll be a pretty open game. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an upset.
I feel sorry for Tarek Sims not being able to play his last game. I think it was pretty hard done by, personally. So the Knights and the Raiders, I'm going to take the Raiders, so the Knights will win.
I was going to take the Knights.
So I'm only doing this as reverse psychology. I'll take the Raiders, the Knights will win. So I'll take one for the team and take the Raiders.
Well, I'd like to see. I don't know what I'd like to see. I think Canberra will win, but if the Knights do win, it'll knock them out of the finals race.
Yeah, so see, the Knights have got nothing to lose.
Exactly, all the pressure's on Canberra.
Pride. They're playing for pride. So you see, I do think the Knights are going to win, but I'll take the Raiders because but saying that, I'll probably change it by the end of it. But yeah, I reckon the Knights can do it. It's just a matter of who turns up on the day. But and the Knights girls are against the Broncos.
I'm taking the Knights women's.
Knights women.
Yeah, Knights to get their first ever victory in a WWL. So,
well, hopefully, because we've got that bet on.
Yes.
So hopefully the Knights women get up and get out and support them if you can. As I said, it's a bit hard for families, especially live a little bit away, getting to the stay there. Like it's what starts at 6:10. So 7. It's nearly 8:30, 9 o'clock by the time you get to your car out of the stadium, and then you get back home. It's 10:30, 11 o'clock at night with kids. It's
a long day.
Yeah, so we've got the team list there for the Knights girls.
So number 1 is Tamika Upton. Number 2 is Kiana Takarangi. 3 is Shanice Parker. 4 is Bobby Law. And on the other wing is Autumn Stevens Daly. 5'8 is Kira Dibb. Halfback is Jessie Southwell. In locking the front row is Caitlin Johnston, Olivia Higgins, and captain Millie Boyle. Number 11 is Robbie Teetzel. Number 12 is Yasmin Clydesdale. And captain again is Hannah Southwell. On the bench there's Emma Manzelman, Taylor Prebden. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Kyra Simon and Simone Carpani. On the extended bench, we have Caitlin Moran, Mackenzie Wheel, Jakaya Whitfield, Emma Tia Pucky, and Tiana Davidson to round it out.
I just noticed that there's 2 captains, Hannah Southwell and Millie
that was named today, but both of them, Millie and Hannah Southwell, will take the reins.
But my only issue there is, who was the captain last year? Wasn't it that what's her name? Romy, whatever her name.
Romy Tossel, yeah.
So they've took the captaincy off her.
And she was playing fullback last year.
That's right. Yeah,
And she's gone up in the second row.
So yeah, I find that a bit harsh that they took the captaincy of her. I know, Millie Boyle and that other the girl was Jessie Southwell, was it?
Yeah, Jessie Southwell.
Apparently really good players, but
and
that's a bit harsh.
This has actually been played at McDonald Jones Stadium 6:10.
So why it wasn't played early in the day, and fit them all in, it's beyond me.
Well, I think there's a triple header there.
Yeah, that's right. But it's it used to go to the game. Okay, gates could open at 10 o'clock. You could have cup on at say 11 till 1. Then from 1 to 3, you got the girls game on. Then from 3 onwards, you got the men's. Why it isn't is beyond me. Like, it's stupid. Like, it does not cater for the families.
No, it doesn't. No.
And whoever says, "Oh yeah, this will work," obviously they don't work Monday or have young kids.
No.
So yeah, stupid idea. Anyway, bold predictions.
I've got 2 this week. Dom Young to score a double, and the Knights win by 10 plus.
Ooh, I like it.
And the Knights women's team to win with Millie Boyle scoring.
Yeah. Corey.
Well, I'm going to go the Knights girls to get their first win and win by 2 tries.
That'll be good. 'Cause then I win my bet.
Yep, and obviously I reckon Millie will score a try as well.
Well, to be honest, I don't think we will end up staying to see the rest of the girls because we've got the young kids.
Yeah.
So if any of you guys are going and hanging around, we'll do a bit of a report on it for us and see who plays well, etc. But yeah, I just, they want people to go and support the team. See, that's another thing too. With your Knights membership, you don't get entry into watch the girls because the girls are playing on separate days now, which is wrong. If you buy a membership, you should be, they charge you an extra so many dollars to go along to this one. It's all about getting more money. You've got enough money out of the fans this year. It should be included. If you have a membership or whatever, that's it. You should get in. But in saying that, they should all be on the one day. But why go and charge members more money to go and support the girls when we've put up with so much this year, and plus the seats, prices are going up, everything's going up, but everyone's wages. Start looking after the fans, and it's supposed to be the fans club, so including in the membership. It's just what I feel.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Regardless of all that, though, if you're not doing anything at 6 o'clock on Sunday night, go and support the girls.
Yeah, well, it's a shame, because a lot of people will be in our same position. They would have liked to, support it and, got to know what's going on in the girls' game and that. And, because you've got to work and you've got a young family, you can't stay at Sunday 6 o'clock at night. That's city. By the time you get home, it's 11 o'clock. Stupid. But anyway, I'd like to thank our sponsors too. For, without them, nothing's doable. And our new sponsor.
Grand Matriarch Distillery Company.
Yeah, very nice vodka. So I had a couple there the other night with the Knights playing the Broncos. I had to have a few. So very nice. Jump on board. It's up 40%. So it's good stuff. So you can find that at Dan Murphy's as well, or through us at the show. Anyway, thank all of our sponsors. Newcastle Live, Mobile Travel Agents, Purnell Trophies, Newcastle City Sports Power, Sayers Inc., Hymix and Steak and Chops, and anyone I haven't missed, but our major sponsor, Burton Automotive, Muso's Corner.
Did we get Sports Power?
I sure did. Yeah, I sure did. And,
Thank Floorboy Gary for operating the camera and sound, and thanks...
the Minion.
The Minion
so,
for the clapper.
And the Crazy Lady.
Yeah, for her joke. So, hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll have some really good stuff. I was actually talking to a former Penrith player that's going to come on one week and have a chat with us. So, it'll be pretty good. In the finals probably, when the Panthers are going through the finals. So, stay tuned for a little bit of fun. And we might have a little bit of fun and games coming up. A bit of challenges and stuff. And a bit of shenanigans, so to speak. So,
I like shenanigans.
Yeah, good old shenanigans. So, anyway, also, get on board and support our walk for the kids. And also, we're keeping an eye out soon. We're going to have a fundraiser for the Crazy Lady's uncle who's been diagnosed with brain cancer and is, having a bit of a rough time. So we've got a fundraiser to help him out so that you can all attend to. So it's going to be nice. Not going to be real expensive, but you can there'll be auctions and bids on things and giveaways. And I did hear today that there's going to be a pretty good band that's keen to come along and play as well. So, and if you watch the show, you probably would have seen some of their stuff. So. Stay tuned because there's more to come. So get on board and support both of those. It'll be good to see people at the walk as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll be there. The Minion will be there.
We'll all be there.
You'll be there. If Are you around that?
Oh, hopefully I'll be around.
Hopefully, if Jono's not jet setting away, he'll be there as well. So come on, get on board and come for a walk with us. And
looking forward to losing a little bit of weight.
I've got more than a little bit to lose, but tell you what, those Brookvale Union beers are going down too well. So shout out to Brookvale Union as well. So anyway, guys, once a night.
Always a night.
And good night.
Good night. Thanks, guys.
That's a Gosley and a half.
I'm doing it tomorrow. Helmet.